Hello Star Wars fans and toy fanatics, Steve back here with you today, and today we're going to do something a little different. What? No Star Wars reviews? No guys. Today we're going to do something that I find very interesting and I'd like to share with you. These figures that I've had in my collection for quite some time now, and these are all based off anime. Now anime is short for Japanese animation or manga. Very cool figures and based on some very cool TV series and movies that I find very cool. Now let's go back just for a second. Anime has been around for quite some time, guys. A lot of stuff has been inspired by anime, and if it wasn't for a lot of shows like Speed Racer, Voltron, and one of my favorites, a show called Star Blazers back in the day, we wouldn't have a lot of shows that we have now that were inspired by anime, in my opinion. A lot of these figures again are pretty old, but they are some very cool figures, very great sculpts, attention to detail, packaging is awesome. Just overall some very cool figures, and I want to share these here with you. Now we're going to look at a little closer at some figures from Fist of the North Star. Now, Fist of the North Star came out, the first movie I believe in the early 80s, post-apocalyptic type movie, very reminiscent of Road Warrior, around the same time that came out as well. Just a classic anime, and if you have never heard or watched Fist of the North Star, I highly recommend checking it out. It's very cool. There's also was a live action release back in the day in the mid 80s as well, called Fist of the North Star, but the anime is what we're really going to concentrate on today. Again, if you're under the age of 15, I probably would get a parent's permission before watching something like these movies I'm about to show to you, just because a lot of these have a lot of violence, a little gratuitous in nature. So I would recommend getting parents' permission in before watching some of these anime titles. First off, Fist of the North Star again, very cool. The action figures are very cool. I also like the way they explain these. These are not just action figures, guys. These are violence action figures. Back in the day, probably early 2000, when I picked these up, around $10 a piece, kind of really goes to show how things have changed from then to now. Meaning, like a lot of things like we were gotten figures that we just really don't get anymore. For example, this Kenshiro deluxe figure here is one of the main characters in Fist of the North Star. A very detailed figure, as you can see. Awesome detail in the whole sculpt of the figure itself, and what's really cool about these figures as well is the accessories that come with. I had a little chat with another YouTuber talking about how accessories are essential to making a figure really great, and back then they they did nothing short of pack these guys with some great accessories, and a very cool plus in my opinion. As far as these guys are concerned, you do see that he does come with nunchucks, he does come with shoulder armor, weapons, the figure itself, of course, other outfits you can place on him, capes, just all around very cool. Again, this is Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star, one of my favorite characters. Just an awesome figure. If you can see, if you're unfamiliar with the story, and you might wonder what those dots are, or those holes are in his chest, but I'm not going to ruin anything for you if you haven't seen it, so I would just recommend watching the show and find out for yourself what that's all about. Again, the figure itself is very cool. There's a little bit of the text there for you. Awesome figures, awesome accessories, Take a look at the back really quick here. Some more figures that came out in this line. Very posable as well, and different points of articulation we're used to as far as these guys are concerned. They have some different articulation points was very cool in my opinion. Just awesome figures. So that was Kenshido. There's KO from Fist of Northstar as well. Again, as you can see, the accessories are awesome. Removable armor. Just come with a very nice cape there. The attention to detail on the figure itself is very cool. As you can see, the head sculpt is awesome. Just the whole look of this guy is very cool. And again, awesome figures. Let's move on here with some more Fist of the Northstar. This is Fudo, and as you can see, the detail is just astounding in my opinion. You know, he just come with all kinds of extra hands, weapons, and just awesome. That was Fudo. This is the Southerner here. And again, as you can see, the detail on these guys are just nothing short of amazing. Awesome articulation and great accessories. Multiple hands, shoulder armor, capes, weapons, you name it. Again, I did pay about $10 back in the day for these guys. I'm not really sure what they're going for now, but if you're interested in checking these guys out, there's a little bit of the back here, and we'll give you the website here in a minute. A little bit of text there, and these are straight translations from Japanese, so they may not make sense on some of these translations, but still very cool. This is Shin, another one of the main characters from Fist of the Northstar, Southern Cross King. Excellent figure. Just overall very cool looking, man. You know, detail on these guys is just like I know I can't help saying it over and over again. Just the detail on these guys is simply astounding, in my opinion. Sorry about the glare there. Hopefully you can get that decent for you guys. Just an awesome figure, great accessories, very cool. And the last figure in this Fist of the Northstar series I have, actually not the last one, just the last one in this series, is a Spade here. As you can see, the detail is very good. Great accessories, weapons, and the packaging is awesome. Very cool. And there's the website there if you want to check out the website there if you want to get more information on these type figures and anime if you like. Just an awesome figure. Now again, as far as more Fist of the Northstar guys go, this is another one here. I'm not sure of this guy's name. It does come with a little minion there. This is, again, if you're familiar with the series, then you know this guy actually does come apart. I'm not gonna spoil anything again. You just have to watch the movie to understand what that's all about. But again, I highly recommend watching it, guys. Fist of the Northstar, check it out. The last one, this is the main villain in the Fist of the Northstar series, is Rao. And as you can see, this comes with some great detail as far as the sculpt is concerned. Nice helmet there as well. Just an awesome figure. Very cool. This guy's actually very heavy too. He's got to weigh at least a couple of pounds. Nice detail on that guy. And we have another Rao figure here. And as you can see, the articulation points on these guys are very cool, man. They do have like shoulder articulation, of course, swivels on the arms, elbows, waist, legs, knees. Just very cool. And you can get this guy in some really cool poses if you like. It does come with another swap out head as well, which is a very welcome addition. And on the back here, you can see that you can get this guy in some myriad and very cool poses. Just awesome. It's actually a very big box as well. It stands probably over about, I don't know, at least a couple of feet there. The figure itself, all of these figures are ranged from about 7 to 8 inches. So yeah, just a nice detail on these guys, and I can't help saying that over and over again because it's true. It's just awesome, very, very cool. And let's go into the Akira figures here. Another one of my favorite anime movies. Again, if you've never seen Akira, I highly recommend checking it out, guys. Very, very cool. Just some a very, recommended watching. There's a few others I will recommend for you as well, Akira being one of them. But this is Kaneda's bike here. It's featured in the movie, and I like these so much. I actually have doubles of these. I have openers that have these open as well. Unfortunately, those ones are back in the toy box, buried deep underneath on all kinds of other things. But I figure I'd just show you the packaging for right now. The bike is very futuristic looking, very, very cool. It's Kaneda's bike there. And Kaneda himself, the packaging is yellowed a little bit, but the likenesses to the characters, these are actually from McFarlane Toys. He did a little Japanese series for quite some time, and he put out a few figures that are awesome. And as far as articulation goes on the McFarlane figures, not so much. I can't speak for all the figures, of course, but as far as these ones, they're more of a static poses and stuff. But the likenesses to the characters are very, very well done, in my opinion. Great detail in the figures. It does come with a few accessories, a weapon as well, goggles. Just the likeness to the character is spot on, in my opinion. So that was Kaneda, and this is probably the villain in the movie. And again, without trying to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen Akira, I'm not gonna go into too much detail on what this is. Just a cybernetic growth, and I'll leave it as that. But the detail on the likenesses is awesome, man. You can't not get any better as far as the likenesses are concerned, in my opinion, of course. But awesome figures, very, very cool, and highly recommended viewing if you like to check out something different. Again, going on with some more anime, this is Trigun. Again, another recommended viewing. It was a series in Japan for quite some time as well. And this is a little bit more of a Western type sci-fi fantasy thing going on with this guy, with this series, I mean. But the figure itself is actually very cool. Again, the detail is very good. McFarlane always does a great job as far as detail on the figures. As far as posability, it's a little bit, different for these guys, but, the detail on these guys are awesome. Very, very cool, and I highly recommend Trigun for viewing if you haven't never heard of it. I would recommend watching it, is what I'm trying to say. Another great anime is Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell, highly recommended. There's several different movies that came out with Ghost in the Shell. These are just some of the figures from the main character herself. We've got Whiteout, Hard Disk, and I'm not sure the name of this one would be, but these are all, these actually are not McFarlane here. These are from a different company. This one here is a McFarlane figure. And again, just very, very cool and awesome figure, in my opinion. The detail on these guys is very, very nicely done. These guys are from a different company called Alpha. I'm not even sure if they're still around or not. But, if you're into anime, and then you probably would know about these guys, very, very cool. Again, the posability on these guys is very limited, more statuesque type figures. But the detail on them makes up for that as far as these guys are concerned, in my opinion. And there's the other one here for you. And the last one that I want to show you is one of my all-time favorite animes. It is, before we do that, here's another Ghost in the Shell 12-inch figure here. Just very, again, just awesome detail. Very, very cool. Nice outfit on that one. And this one, again, has been in my collection for quite some time. So, I believe this is from taken from the second movie, but I could be wrong on that. Just a very cool figure. But going back to what I was trying to say earlier, one of my most favorite anime is Vampire Hunter D, guys. And if you've never heard of Vampire Hunter D, I highly recommend going and checking this movie out. There's actually a couple of releases. This Vampire Hunter D, their first initial release, again, was released back probably in the 80s, mid 80s sometime. And there was another DVD release came out sometime later called Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, which is also highly recommended. Very, very cool. The ultimate vampire hunter slayer. And I'm sorry about that, Ian Bowden, but I must go with this guy as far as my favorite vampire hunter. Blade coming in a close second. But an awesome figure, highly recommended viewing, guys. If you never heard of Vampire Hunter D, go check it out. It's very, very cool. But again, bear in mind, if you're under a certain age, I would get your parents' permission before watching some of this, because it can be a little disturbing to some parents, I suppose. Now, there's a little bit of the text here for you, and you can read a little bit more on that if you like. And there's some shots from the first Vampire Hunter movie there, from the anime itself. Again, highly recommended, highly appreciated as far as these guys are concerned, because they're just some very, very cool figures. The figure itself is a 12-inch figure on this one, and he's got some amazing detail. I apologize about the glare. Let's see if I can eliminate that a little bit here. Not working. If you can see, the detail on this guy is simply astounding. It comes from amazing soft goods, very nice detail on the soft goods, and awesome accessories. Sculpt on the face is actually done very well, as you can see there. I can get that a little closer for you. This guy also reminds me, if you took Clint Eastwood from The Man Who Has No Name series and made him into a vampire hunter, he would be this guy, in my personal opinion, of course. But just an awesome figure, and I'm so glad that I have these guys in my collection, because you really don't see these very often or hear about these guys too much. Let's take a look at the side there for you, and the back for you. So that's pretty much it as far as my anime collection. I do have a few other things I didn't get to show you, but I'm running a little long on this video. I don't want to make it too long. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, man. I have more stuff for you coming up, including more Star Wars reviews and other things as well. So thank you very much. Take care. Happy hunting. And I'll see you all very, very soon.